Giancarlo Esposito. Gus Fring himself. We just showed a scene where you tell a character, you now own him, and you deliver the line of "You are mine." When you see that on the page, what do you think? I
have to go to a very calm and dark place to tell another human being that I own them. Be able to deliver that message, I feel powerful. It feels good.
How many takes did it take you to do this?
One.
Get out of here.
On that night, there was some undue tension on the set. It was late, it was cold, it was just a little bit off, and I decided to use that energy. We both came to find out in those moments that we got one of the best scenes ever.
Where do you stand on the new helmet rule, Josh Norman?
It's tough. It really is tough to play defense style football in this new league of the offense. It is a professional football game. That's what you get. You get violence with a little bit of flair that goes along with it. If you can avoid it, great. If you can't, that's a part of the game. That's a part of the game.
I give you the floor, Brett. What did you think when you heard Urban Meyer say he wished he had known more?
The investigative report shows he knew everything. He chose not to do anything. Urban Meyer knew everything that went on. Members of the coaching staff knew everything that went on. Urban Meyer deleted text messages after my August 1st report based on a recommendation from an assistant coach so that the media couldn't get hold of these text messages. I can't take anything that Urban Meyer says is truthful because every time he talks, it's proven that he's lying.
What are your thoughts on what you're hearing and seeing of what's being called, Dean Valentino?
Yeah, I think it's being over-officiated right now, but I think that's by design. They want the officials to throw flags and so they can get a library together. This is a big change, and I think this is a culture change. I think what the NFL's trying to do is they're trying to get the head out of the game, and I think that's the hard part for the official. In real time, they can see the player lower the head, but did he initiate with the helmet or did he initiate with the shoulder, and was the helmet contact incidental? That's kind of where we have to get to from a consistency standpoint.
I have Nate Solder topping the list of linemen. I want to ask you if you think they suck or not, Calais. Can I go down one by one to see your thoughts on? Are you concerned that Ramsey's writing some checks about some of these quarterbacks, that some of the linemen who are, as you know, on the planet to protect said quarterback, you're going to have to cash?
Oh, I'm not worried at all. Not even a little bit. That's been our MO. That's what was our motivators last year. I mean, these guys love talking trash. I love just being a part of it. You know, we're going to talk a lot of trash, and we're going to back it up.
And if you ever want to teach the kids a never give up mentality, never give up on a moment, all they got to do is just put on the film of somebody in the Meadowlands back in the 70s, right, Coach?
It's funny you say that, Rich, because, you know, after every Friday practice, you know, you line up the victory formation. I said, why don't people do this to the rookies, right? But I said, well, Google it, why this happened, right? Come back to night meeting, they go, Coach, you're the guy that picked up the ball. I said, yeah, with me.
All right, let's get to this Mattingly story.
Fred McGriff and Don Mattingly are taking batting practice on our field. A player appreciation was when you had to run from home plate to each of the sponsors' signs in the fence. So they're taking batting practice. Scott's telling me some inane story, and all of a sudden a baseball hits him in the back of the head, and he goes flat on the ground unconscious. And I look up, and Don Mattingly and Fred McGriff are dying laughing. And I'm like, and they're like, sorry. Now we're in right field, and Scott's telling another story, and just sink ball again, and I hear them go, $50.
The goal is always to win championships. No matter where you go, that's the goal. And that's his goal, that's Rob's goal, that's Magic's goal, that's Jeannie's goal, Rondo, all the guys.
He needs to win a championship here in LA?
Why do people always say that? They say, okay, well, you need to win. And then there's this like crowd of people that are like, well, you don't need to win a championship. Well, you're asking me, you have to win championships. This is why we play. This is why we're here, is to win championships. And, you know, he wouldn't have came here if he didn't expect to win championships. Wherever you play, the object is to win championships. That's it.
End of story.
End of story.
You have the floor on Pat Bowlen.
Yeah, one of the great stories was when I signed as a free agent with the Broncos. Mr. B, you know, was thrilled. We had a press conference, did the whole deal. And then I got called up to his office, and he said, we always talked about maybe this coming to fruition, you becoming a Bronco, but here's the deal, no more skiing. we don't do that.
It's fine if you were skiing for the Bucks, but not the Broncos? Is that what he said, basically?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So then you know what I did? I skied in Montana from then on.
A rumor that you might consider even maybe coming out of retirement to play one more time for the Lakers.
there's about a 0% chance that I come back and play.
So not even like a
Nothing.
zero. You're toast. You're finished.
Done.
As a player.
That's it.
Did last year at any point with you going through your first season not
Yeah.
playing basketball?
Never. Unfortunately for us athletes, we've been pigeonholed into thinking that we can only be one thing. And so when I retired, everybody is saying, okay, he's too competitive. He's not going to know what to do with himself. He's going to have to come back. And so I took it as a personal challenge. I will never come back to the game, ever. I'm here to show people that we can do much more than that. And creating this business, winning an Oscar, winning the Emmy and the Annie, those are things that are showing other athletes that come after, no, there's more to this thing.
The Rich Eisen Show app. Daily interviews, exclusive content, and much more. Download it now.